Live, and we are live. Welcome everybody, it's Dan Latto. It is the 3rd of February. Hope you're well, hope you had a great January. We're live in the mastermind group and on YouTube and on Periscope. Does anybody still use Periscope? Is anybody watching on Periscope? Does anybody still use that stuff? I don't know what's going on with LinkedIn. LinkedIn is crazy. You can not go live unless you're filling an application form. I have no idea what that's about. I'm guessing they're ramping up, but until then we can't go live on LinkedIn. We're just live on Facebook and YouTube. And in today's session, I want to talk to you about creating a scalable income and something that's repeatable, something that you can scale up, something that doesn't take a huge amount of your time on an ongoing basis. Like, I mean, that would be a perfect kind of business, wouldn't it? So we're literally this week recording a brand new product on how to create a scalable business. And I've just been doing the first module. It's 15 modules or 14 modules. It's pretty intense. But I just want to talk around what the concept is and how to do it. And I think you get a lot of benefit out of this. Now, if you're running a business, I run several businesses, for example, but I've got an ego. My ego every so often needs stroking. My ego is very fickle, and it's quite delicate, and sometimes I cry. I don't really, but it needs stroking. And one of the ways that my ego needs stroking, I'm a salesperson through and through. I can't help it. It's just who I am. I like to make sales, and when I don't make sales on a daily basis, my ego takes a hit. So one of the things that we created was a training course, a property sourcing training course, and we've created training sources. I can't even say training courses in the past, and we've made money on those. And the whole beauty of training courses is that you can create a training course, takes a bit of time and effort to do it, but you can create it very quickly, then you can launch it, and then it goes out. We've done sales training before, we've done podcast training before. We never really went too far into it. And then we made the property sourcing training course. We thought, you know what, let's do it properly this time. Let's market it. And yesterday we had 3 sales. We had 2 sales this morning, 27 quid. Now think about this. If you're making 2 sales a day, let's get, I don't know where my phone is actually. Let's get the numbers out. If you're making 2 sales a day at £27 a day, which is how much my property sourcing training course is, let's just do the numbers here. Where is my calculator? So 2 times 27 is 54 times 365. That's £19,000 a year. That's not bad, is it? For something that you don't actually have to do much about. Okay, so if you want to do that, then you can go do that. And we're creating a training course that's going to show you how to do that. That doesn't cost a lot of money to create. You can create it in 2 weeks and get it out the door in 2 weeks and get your first sale in 2 weeks. That's literally the training course that we're creating this morning and the rest of this week. And that price point is going to be 27 quid. So it's going to be a really good price point. And again, that's a training course that helps sell training courses, which is really cool. But is a lot of value in there. I think we've worked out there's over 80 videos that have been created, or the outlines being created, the videos are being created this week. But think about this. Is this a business that's scalable? Absolutely. Is this something that anybody can create? Absolutely. As long as you've got something that you can sell, some experience, some knowledge. So I've bought so many training courses, by the way. I bought a training course on how to jump higher as a basketball player. Obviously, now I'm 47. I regret that, or my knees do. Going up is fine. It's landing that's the painful bit. But Boeing vert or vertical jump or whatever, jump man. These are all how to jump higher training videos, 50 quid, and you buy it and you go through the exercises and you learn to jump higher. Okay, as a basketball player, that's something that's very useful, especially when you're the height of a horse racing jockey. But for you and your business, is there something that you can have as a bolt onto your business? Now, this is the beauty of these, by the way. Is it a bolt onto your business so you can upsell them to it? Or is it an intro to your business where you can upsell from it? Okay, so let me give you a really good example. So one of the training videos or courses that we're going to create is how to run your own social media to get results. Okay, now we do this automatically for our clients. The problem for clients who don't pay us is they can do it themselves, but they've got 2 problems. 1, they don't know how to do it. 2, it is beyond time consuming. If you've ever put out a lot of content boy, it's fine in the first month. Month 6, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm bored beyond belief of creating content for your own business. I know this because I've done it for my own business. It's hard work, it's boring, it's depressing. So the upsell is, well, why don't you let us come and do it for you? And people go, yeah, why don't we do that? Let's. And invariably, because we have a team of video editors and graphic designers and content writers, we do a far better job than them. We don't get bored because we do it for so many clients. The business is built around creating content for clients, and it's very successful at doing it. And then the other side is when we know what works for one client, we can then replicate that for all the other clients. But you as a business owner, you don't know what works for other clients because you're not managing other clients. You're just managing yours, and none of it's working. You don't know why. And then you're bored of having to create it. So one of the training courses, for example, that we've got coming through in the next couple of months is this is how you run a successful social media campaign, which is great. And it's going to be priced low, not as low as this, £27 kind of thing, but lower than a couple of £100, not into the thousands, So it's going to be a decent price point. And for those people who want to go and create their own content, then yes, you can do that. We're going to show it warts and all, what to do, what not to do. But we know that there's an upsell after that, which is people go, I don't have time. I love it. It's easy. I know how to do it, but I haven't got time to continually do that. So we can upsell them, bring them into the content digital marketing. So this is where your product can sit. Like the property sourcing one, we have an upsell onto coaching. Not a lot of people go on to coaching because the property sourcing training is very, very good, and which is great. We don't really want to do coaching anyway. I'd much rather sell 1,000 units at 27 quid, 27,000, than I can't even do the maths. 27,000, can't do it, divided by 300 is 9 clients, 2 calls. That's 18 hours a month, every month. So 18 hours times 12 is 216 hours a year. I don't want to be doing that. Not really. I enjoy coaching, but I don't want to be doing 216 hours of coaching every year. I'd much rather sell 1,000 units at £27. And this is a nice bolt on for the business. But for those clients that do come through, a bit of extra cash now and again. I do enjoy coaching. It's interesting helping people guide the way through the minefield, which is their own belief system, which is why people win or fail on this. But I enjoy that, okay? But I don't want to be doing it full time. And when we get too many, we put the price of coaching up. And when we don't get enough, we bring the price of coaching down. We've got clients right now, so prices in the mid-range, about £300 a month, which is just nice. We don't take on a huge amount of clients, but we take on some clients, which is perfect. Exactly how I want to live my life. But when you're thinking about creating a scalable product, a training product, most people haven't got a clue, or most people think you've got to have the right camera, the right lighting, and yes, all that stuff's important too, but it's not the be all end all. It's like, I'm literally doing my filming outside using an old iPhone 5S, which is really interesting. And it works fine. But some people just don't want to do that, or they think that they have to get this fancy camera and all this extra stuff, and it costs a fortune. And no, the whole idea is to create a training course that's profitable from day one. And think about this. To create a training course that's profitable from day one and you're selling it at £27, that means you're supposed to spend no money, because the profit is, it needs, you can spend up to £26.99, but as soon as you go over £27, it's not profitable. I want it to be profitable from day one. And so we spent very little in terms of investment. You might need, I'm just looking on here, you might need, a stand, something to put your phone on with extendable legs. And you might need a microphone, for example. So you put your phone on the stand and off you go. You create a training course. Most people's belief systems and mindset won't let them do it because they go, I'm not good enough. And I get it, because I used to think the same. And then we sold a couple of 100 units of the property sourcing training. And I'm like, we're onto something here. Nothing really expensive. Now, my problem in the past is I've always gone down the high ticket sale, how to make £5,000 on one client. And now I'm like, is that even ethical? I'm kind of really gone off the other way, even though they get results, and some of them got tremendous results and easily 10x their return on that training. I don't want to do that anymore. I want people to get access to training so they can go and change their lives. And if I can be the guy that helps pivot them into a life of abundance, then that's the reward, being, completely ethical and good for me, good for you, good for the planet, good for everybody. So what is the thing that you can sell? That's the question. What is the product or the service that you can sell? And so we're creating an entire training course around this. It's yours for 27 quid. We haven't even got the sales page up yet, but actually we're probably going to put the sales page up in the next day or so, because people are wanting this now and they want to get on the early bird. We're not even doing an early bird. How can you do an early bird price of 27 quid? But people want to sign up and then find out when it's actually available. So then they go, okay, they can watch it and they can listen to it and they can learn how to do it. They can implement it easily. And the idea is that they create their own training course within 2 weeks or less. And it's profitable from day one. Like, the day one is not from the day that the training starts, but from the day that they start selling it and make their first sale. It's profitable from then. And the other thing here is that the training courses should be little bite-sized chunks. Don't record a live event and go, here's 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the afternoon, 2 hours in the evening. It's a 3-day thing. You've got 80 million hours to go through. Like, people don't want that stuff anymore. I don't have the attention span to sit through 2-hour sessions. I'm on my phone, I'm watching Netflix, I'm watching basketball, I'm watching YouTube, I'm off for a walk on the beach. I don't have time to do that, you know. I have got time, however, to go, how do you do this? And I've got 3 minutes available while I'm making an omelette and I can watch it. Right? This is the world in which we live these days. And so we're starting to create these training courses and we're starting to sell, and you can do this as well. So if you want to know what the link is for that, let me know. I'll put a link down below. But you're going to hear about it anyway because it's going to get released soon. The key for me here is for you to think about what is a scalable product that you can sell. When I say scalable, I mean it's something that you can put out there, but you don't have to be present for. Like, we sold a couple of hundred of these property sourcing products, okay? I'm not available for these property sourcing products. It's a fixed unit. People sit and they watch it and they consume the information. It's good, valuable information at a low price point, and we're selling a couple of hundred of those. Think about that. You know, if you sell 300 of those at 27 quid, I can't do the maths. It's what? Just under 9 grand, 8 grand? Like, somebody do the maths for me. I can't do the maths. Maths has never been my strong point. 300 units at 27 quid is £8,000. 8-1. So, like, think about that. If you can create something like that, like, people go, £8,000, that's not a lot. I can't live on that. No, you can't. But that's a nice holiday every year. Imagine doing that every year. You pay your car off. You do that for the next 10 years. That's £80,000. You have 2 of those courses. There's £160,000 over the next 10 years. Think about that. That's just paid off your entire mortgage. Well, it's bought you a Lamborghini, so now you can do the, you know, Lamborghini in my garage kind of videos like Ty Lopez does. Knowledge. So you've got this available. It's really easy to do, but most people don't know how to do it, and they think it's really hard and they have to do all this, and who will listen to me, and I sound like this and I look like this, no one's going to watch. And so we cover all of that in this training. And if you want to find a way of doing it, just drop me a message and we'll go through it. But I need you to think about, what can you do? What's left hidden in your business that you can package up and sell in some way? Is it a downloadable PDF for £1? Like, is it a tenancy agreement that you use? That's the absolute rock solid tenancy agreement. You've had it for 10 years and you can sell it for £1. You're not going to make a lot of money selling it for £1, by the way, obviously. But then is there something else that you can upsell from that? Or is there something else that you can package up within your business? Like, for us, our intellectual property and how we create so much content and shove it out the door, you know, we can package that up and sell it, and then there's a potential upsell. This exists right now in your business, but you're leaving money on the table because you've never even thought about it. Because you're running around like a blue-ass fly is the term that we use in Leeds. I don't know if you've heard that term. Or a chicken with no head. You're running around firefighting because you've got to keep the cogs turning and the money coming in. You haven't got time to stop and look at anything else. And so you haven't got time to do it. You haven't got time to put together a course. But actually, if you could only just find that time, put something together, free up a little bit of time, make some money, which would then, you know, cover all this extra stuff. Then you can pick and choose the stuff that you want to do. It's about turning the time that you're exchanging for money, making something so that you're making money while you're asleep. Like, property does this, by the way. Property is a wonderful way of doing this. Every single day I wake up, and overnight, I don't know what the per hourly income, and if I did, I wouldn't say what it was on live anyway. But it's not cheap. Do you know what I mean? I have money coming in every single every single night. You know, I mean, I slept for 8 hours last night. Should we just do the maths? I'm not going to tell you what it is because I can't. I just can't do it. So let me just put that in there. Divided by, so that's per month, times 12, divided by 365 to get the daily rate is that much, divided by 24 hours times 8. How long did I sleep last night? Call it 7. Well, call it 8. I like 8 hours. I mean, looking at that, I'm asleep and that's how much money I earned. Yesterday, we made 3 sales of a product. This morning, we made another 2 sales. All that was within a 12-hour time period. So that's 5 sales at 27 quid. Like, think about that. I can't do the maths on that. 5 times 27 is about 135 quid, I guess. And so it's £10 an hour. That's all right. £10 an hour for every hour I'm alive. Imagine that, £10 an hour, 240 quid a day. If that comes in, and it's actually not as high as that on these training courses. That was just yesterday and this morning. But who knows? There's more marketing and more training courses going out there. There's more income coming through. And the reason why we share this stuff is why this is the stuff that we're doing and we're successful at this and it's making money because I want you to go out and create the same thing. Okay? And I need you to go out and create the same thing. So then you can come over and spend a couple of days with me in Spain. We go paddle surfing, we go out on the quad bikes, we go for a walk on the beach. I want you to come. We buy yachts next to each other. You live in the same house, not the same house, you live in the house, same street. Don't want you living in the same house. I need you to make the money. I want you to make the money so that you can go and have the life that you dreamed of. Because that's the life I used to dream of 15, 20 years ago. That was why we got involved in property and business and all that extra stuff. And I see people getting involved in business, and what it means is they get involved in business and they're just working 18-hour days. I don't want that for you. And hell, I sure as hell didn't want it for me. And so we're looking at what can we continually do to add more value to our clients, other people who watch this stuff. Thank you for watching. How can we add more value? Also, how can we sell things to people that's going to improve their life so they can make a return on investment almost immediately? Like the training course at 27 quid. How many of those do you need to sell to get a return on investment? You need to sell 1 at 27 quid. How hard is that? It's not that difficult. And that's why we created it, to show you how easy it can be. I need you to make this money. I want you to make this money. Your life depends on it. Your partner's life, your kid's life, your parents' life. I need you to have this in your life so that your life improves at a level that you've never even dreamed of before. Because having got there, it's a beautiful sunny day today, and I've been on some calls this morning with business partners and so on in the business buying arena, and they're like, oh my gosh, it's nice and sunny there. And I'm like, dude, it's 21 degrees here. You should be here. I was like, yeah, I know. So this is what I want for you. This is why I need you to create a scalable income that works on autopilot, that you can just plug into, and the ka-ching, 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 the money comes in every single day, creating good value for money items that are going to sell and improve other people's lives and solves a problem that they've been looking for help with. Anyway, I hope that's useful for you. We are live again on Wednesday. Hope you're going to join me on Wednesday, and we're going to talk about property. Could be property sourcing, or it could be buy to let, or it could be just investing in general. Come and join me. Got a question there? Love to hear back from you. My name's Dan Latter. We'll speak to you on Wednesday. Have a great week, folks. Take care.